Why is it necessary to test potential medicines on animals?
We do medical research to save human lives and to prevent people suffering.
As we continue to develop new vaccines and drugs to treat life-threatening diseases, the ethical and practical question is constantly asked: should we continue to test on animals? As Dr. Simon Festing argues, we do it to save human lives. However, animal rights groups such as PETA and the Humane Society argue that animal testing is cruel and inhumane.
Although there are points to be made against animal testing, the fact of the matter is it is an essential part of scientific discovery, especially for prescription drugs and vaccines. So here are some facts to take into consideration when discussing animal testing for prescription drugs.
An important point to mention is that animal testing has contributed to many life-saving scientific discoveries, ranging from major advancements in the treatment of breast cancer, brain injury, childhood leukemia, malaria, and many others. The California Biomedical Research Association states that nearly every medical advancement and breakthrough over the past 100 years has resulted directly from doing research on animals.
So we do benefit from animal testing, and we're not the only ones.
The animals themselves also benefit from animal testing. If we do not test on animals to make advancements in vaccines for rabies, distemper, feline leukemia, infectious hepatitis virus, and canine parvovirus, millions of animals would have died. Animal testing has also prevented some species of animals from extinction. The American Association for Laboratory Animal Sciences states that animal testing has also been instrumental in saving endangered species from extinction, including the black forest ferret and the California condor and the tamarins of Brazil.
Okay, so now we have seen some important health reasons why we do animal testing. Now let's look at some important practical reasons why we need to do it as well.
An article published in October of 2013 by UnderstandingAnimalResearch.org writes that chimpanzees are 99% similar in DNA with humans, and mice are 98% genetically similar to humans.
So by testing on animals, we avoid the need to test on humans, but yet we could still yield the same results. Which brings us to our next point.
Preventing the use of human subjects. If we need to test the toxicity or overall danger of a new medicine, the lives of human volunteers should not be put in danger unnecessarily. It would be extremely unethical to begin our tests on human subjects when there are better options that are presented. And yet, after all these facts are laid out, there is still that lingering question that needs to be addressed. What about the safety and treatment of the animals? In addition to local and state laws and guidelines, animal research has been regulated by the Federal Animal Welfare Act, or AWA, since 1966.
The AWA, in fact, requires regular checkups by veterinarians for any lab that does animal testing.
All institutes receiving funds from the U.S. Public Health Service, PHS, must comply with the PHS policy and humane care use of laboratory animals. Really, if we lay out all the facts, there are logical and important reasons why we continue to test on animals, and why we should continue to do it in the future. Like Dr. Festing says, we do it to save human lives, and yet that is still only scratching the surface of why it is an essential part of the overall progression of science.